Hello friends, welcome to the course on differential calculus. In this session, we define and develop the concept of functions, which is the basic mathematical object that scientists and mathematicians use to describe relationship between variable quantities. Functions play a pivotal role in calculus and its applications. It is a tool for describing the real world in mathematical terms. As we know, in our world, many quantities depends on one or more changing variables. For instance, returns from agriculture depends on the amount of rainfall among many other variables. As another example, the circumference of a circle depends on its radius. The concept of function is a mathematical way to express how one quantity depends on others. The idea of function was formalized by the German mathematician Gottfried Leibniz in 1673. He introduced the term function to indicate the dependence of one quantity to another. According to him, if a variable y depends on a variable x in such a way that each value of x determines exactly one value of y, then y is a function of x. A function can be represented by an equation, a graph, a verbal description or a numerical table. Table 1 shows natural numbers from 1 to 5 and their squares. This represents n square as a function of n numerically because there is exactly one square value n square for each value of n. The same function can be verbally described as to each natural number from 1 to 5 associate its square. We observe that some countries in the world have multiple capitals. In such cases, one city is the capital for some purpose and one or more others are capital for other purposes without any being considered an official capital in preference to others. We consider the set of all countries in the world that have a single capital. Then the verbal statement to each country in the world that have a single capital city associate its capital city is a function. Under this function, New Delhi is associated to India. But the verbal statement to each state in India associate its capital city is not a function, as there are some states for which there are two capital cities for the convenience of governance or depending on the climate. The equation C equal to 2 pi r expresses the circumference C of a circle as a function of radius r. There is exactly one value C equal to 2 pi r for each value of r. Swiss mathematician Leonhard Euler introduced the idea of denoting functions by letters of alphabet, thereby making it possible to refer to functions without stating specific formulas, graphs or tables. To understand Euler's idea, think of a function as a computer program that takes an input x, operates on it in some way and produces exactly one output y. The computer program is an object in its own right, so we can give it a name, say f. Thus, the function f, the computer program associates a unique output y with each input x. For example, associated with the input 2, the computer program that squares a number produces exactly one output 4. Based on this idea, a function f is a rule that assigns a unique output with each input. If the input is denoted by x, then the output is denoted by f of x. Remember two important rules regarding a function. First one, it must produce an output with every possible input value, and second one, for each input it produces exactly one output. We now state the formal definition of a function from a given set to another. Definition: let A and B be two non-empty sets. A function f from A to B is a rule which assigns to each element of A a unique element of V. We denote this by writing f is a function from set A into set B. The set A is called the domain of the function and the set B is called the target set or codomain of the function. As an example, let A be the set of students in a school. If we take B as a subset of the set of natural numbers, then if we assign to each student his or her age, then it is a function because each student has one and only one age. For the same set A, but with B as the set of teachers in that school, if we assign to each student his or her teacher is a function subject to the condition that each student has only one teacher. If any student has more than one teacher, then this assignment is not a function. Arrow diagrams and functions. We now consider some arrow diagrams from the set A equal to set A B C into the set B equal to set X Y set. The arrow diagram in figure 3 shows that X is the unique element associated to A, Z is the unique element associated to B, X is the unique element associated to C. That is, the given arrow diagram assigned to each element of A unique element of B. Hence, the arrow diagram defines a function. For the arrow diagram in figure 4, Y in the set B is the unique element associated to the element A in the set A, X in the set B is the unique element associated to the element C in the set A, but no element in the set B is associated to the element B in the set A. Hence, the arrow diagram does not define a function from set A to set B. In figure 5, Y in the set B is the unique element associated to the element in the set A, Z in the set B is the unique element associated to the element B in the set A, but two elements X and Z are associated to the element C in the set B. Hence, the arrow diagram does not define a function. The arrow diagram in figure 6 shows that the domain and target set of a function can be any type of objects. Image or range of functions. Suppose f is a function from set A into set B and A is an element in the set A. Then f of A denote the unique element of the set B which f assigned to the element A. This element f of A in the set B is called the image of the element A under f or the value of f at A. We also say that f sends or maps the element A into the element f of A. Similarly, f of B in the set B is the image of the element B in the set A and so on. The set of all image values of the function f is called the image or range of f. That is, image of f equal to set of all f of A such that A belongs to set A. Image of f is a subset of the target set B and is denoted by Im of f or f of set A. For the function defined by the arrow diagram in figure 8, since f of A equal to x, f of B equal to y, f of c equal to y and f of d equal to z, range of f equal to set of all f of A, f of B, f of c, f of d equal to set of all x, y, z equal to set B. For the function defined by the arrow diagram in figure 9, since f of A equal to x, f of B equal to z and f of c equal to x, range of f equal to set of all f of A, f of B, f of c equal to set x, z. Hence, for this function, range is a proper subset of the codomain set x, y, z. This illustrates that range of a function may be a proper subset of the codomain. Evaluation of function values. If we denote a function by y equal to f of x, then x is called variable and f of x is the image of x under f. Since y depends on the value of x, it is called a dependent variable of the function. Also, x is called the independent variable. When we define a function y equal to f of x with a formula, we evaluate the function by substituting particular values from the domain into the function's defining rule to calculate the corresponding values in the range. As an example, consider the equation y equal to x square plus 1, which is of the form y equal to f of x, where f is given by the formula f of x equal to x square plus 1. For any real number a, this equation gives us a unique image y equal to f of a equal to a square plus 1, the value obtained by substituting x equal to a in the formula. In particular, f of 0 is the image of 0 under f and is given by f of 0 equal to 0 square plus 1 equal to 1. Similarly, f of negative 1 equal to negative 1 square plus 1 equal to 2, f of 0.2 equal to 0.2 square plus 1 equal to 0.04 plus 1 equal to 1.04. So, The formula y equal to x square plus 1 defines a function on any subset of the set of real numbers. We say that a function f is a real valued function of a real variable if the independent and dependent variables are real numbers. For instance, f of x equal to x square is a real valued function of a real variable. Most of the function that we discuss hereinafter will be real valued function of a real variable functions whose domains and target set are sets of real numbers. Natural domain of a function. Suppose a function is defined by a formula y equal to f of x and the domain is not stated explicitly, then the domain is assumed to be the largest set x values for which the formula gives y values. This is the function so called natural domain or simply domain. Thus, the natural domain of a function given by an equation is the largest set consisting of all points where the definition of that function makes sense or valid. We now consider some example. Suppose a function f is defined by f of x equal to x square and the domain is not stated explicitly. For every real number x, the formula y equal to x square gives y values. Hence, the domain is the set R of real numbers. Suppose a function is defined by y equal to 1 upon x and the domain is not stated explicitly. As division by 0 is not possible, 1 upon x does not give a value when x equal to 0. But for every other real number x, there is a real number having the value 1 upon x. Hence, the domain is R minus set 0, that is set of real numbers except 0. As the formula y equal to x plus 1 gives y values for every real number x, its domain is the set of real numbers. Now consider a function g given by the formula g of x equal to x square minus 1 upon x minus 1 whenever the formula makes sense. When x equal to 1, the denominator of the function on the right hand side becomes 0 and hence function is undefined at x equal to 1. At every other real number x, there is a real number having the value x square minus 1 upon x minus 1 and is the value of the function g at that point. Hence, the domain of the given function is R minus set 1, that is set of real numbers except 1. We observe that square root of x denotes the non-negative real number whose square is the non-negative real number x. Then the formula y equal to square root of x gives a non-negative real y value for every non-negative real number. No negative real number can be square of a non-negative real number. Hence, there is no non-negative real number square root of x whose square x is negative. In other words, square root of x is not defined when x less than 0. Hence, the natural domain of the square root function y equal to square root of x is the set of all non-negative real numbers. The formula y equal to square root of 5 minus x gives a real y value only when 5 minus x is a non-negative real number, that is when 5 minus x greater than or equal to 0, that is when 5 greater than or equal to x, that is when x less than or equal to 5. Hence, the natural domain is the set of real numbers less than or equal to 5, that is natural domain is the interval left open right closed interval negative infinity 5. We summarize the observation in the following table. Graph of a function. Let set A and set B be two sets. The Cartesian product of A and B written A cross B is the set of all ordered pair AB such that A belongs to set A and B belongs to set B. That is, A cross B equal to set of all ordered pair AB such that A belongs to set A, B belongs to set B. In the ordered pair AB of elements, A is designated as the first element and B as the second element. A binary relation or simply a relation from set A to set B is a subset of A cross B. The graph of a function f from set A into set B is defined by graph of f equal to set of all ordered pair A f of A such that A belongs to set A. Clearly, graph of f is a subset of the Cartesian product A cross B and hence is a relation. Hence, a function f from set A into set B gives rise to a relation from A to B called the graph of f. Since the graph of f consists of all pairs ordered pair A f of A where A belongs to A, for the function given by the arrow diagram in figure 10, graph of f equal to set of all ordered pair 1 3, ordered pair 2 5, ordered pair 3 5, ordered pair 4 2 and ordered pair 5 3. Graph of a real valued function of a real variable. When we consider a real valued function of a real variable, both the domain set A and the target set B are subset of the set of real numbers. Hence, the graph of a real valued function f is a subset of r cross r equal to r square, the plane, and is a relation from r to r. So, we prefer to sketch the graph of a real valued function of a real variable by plotting the points in a plane. This pictorial representation of a function is also called the graph of a function. For the function given by the arrow diagram in figure 11, graph of f equal to set of all ordered pair 1 3, ordered pair 2 5, ordered pair 3 5, ordered pair 4 2 and ordered pair 5 3. There are 5 elements in the graph of f. We treat these 5 elements as points in a plane and we sketch the graph of a function by plotting these 5 points in the Cartesian plane. Giving the graph of a function by listing all the points in a plane is only practical if there are small number of points in the graph. If the natural domain of a function f is the set of all real numbers, then corresponding to every real number x, there will be a unique point ordered pair x f of x. How many such points are there? Infinitely many. Hence, it is impossible to plot all those points in the Cartesian plane and thus obtain the graph of a function. Sketching the graph of a real valued function in a plane needs various tools and some of them will be discussed in later session of the course on differential calculus. However, in this session, we consider a graph of some simple functions. We recall that the graph of an equation involving the variables x and y is the set of all points ordered pair x y whose coordinate satisfies the equation. For example, x square plus y square equal to 1 represent points ordered pair x y whose distance from the origin is square root of x square plus y square equal to square root of 1 equal to 1. These points lie on the circle of radius 1 centered at the origin. This circle is the graph of the equation x square plus y square equal to 1. As another example, the equation y equal to x represent the straight line passing through the origin and having slope 1. In general, graph of an equation is a curve or straight line. Now, we note that the graph of a function f is also the graph of the equation y equal to f of x. As an example, the graph of real valued function f of x equal to x plus 1 is the graph of the equation y equal to x plus 1. This equation represents a straight line. Hence, the graph of f of x equal to x plus 1 is a straight line and the function f of x equal to x plus 1 is called the linear function. We first find 2 points on the Cartesian plane through which the line y equal to x plus 1 passes. Let us construct a table showing x values, corresponding y values and the points. When x value is 0, y value is 0 plus 1 equal to 1 and the corresponding point on the graph is ordered pair 0 1. When x value is negative 1, y value is negative 1 plus 1 equal to 0 and corresponding point on the graph is ordered pair negative 1 0. Then we can draw the unique straight line passing through ordered pair 0 1 and ordered pair negative 1 0 and it is the graph of the function y equal to x plus 1 as well as the straight line y equal to x plus 1. Corresponding to every x, there is a unique y satisfying y equal to x plus 1 such that the point ordered pair xy lies on the straight line. For example, when x equal to 1.5, y equal to 2.5 and the corresponding point is ordered pair 1.5, 2.5 and it lies on the graph when x equal to negative 3, y equal to negative 2 and the corresponding point is ordered pair negative 3, negative 2 and it lies on the graph. On the graph y equal to f of x, if f of x greater than 0, the point ordered pair x y lies at a height f of x above the point x. If f of x equal to 0, the corresponding point is ordered pair x 0 which lies on the x axis. If f of x less than 0, the point ordered pair x y lies below the point x. For example, in the graph of y equal to x plus 1, f of 1 equal to 1 plus 1 equal to 2 greater than 0. Hence, the point ordered pair 1 2 lies at a height 2 above the point x equal to 1. F of negative 1 equal to negative 1 plus 1 equal to 0 and the corresponding point is negative 1 0 which lies on the x axis. F of negative 3 equal to negative 3 plus 1 equal to negative 2 less than 0. Hence, the point ordered by negative 3 negative 2 lies below the point x equal to negative 3. As another example, we consider the real valued function of a real variable defined by f of x equal to x square for every real number x. We recall that y equal to x square is the equation of a parabola and hence the graph of the given function is the graph of the parabola y equal to x square. To obtain the same, let us construct a table showing x values, corresponding y values and the points, and then plot the points on the Cartesian plane. Now, we draw a smooth curve through the plotted points and obtain the graph of f of x equal to x square, the graph of the parabola y equal to x square. Corresponding to every x, there is a unique y satisfying y equal to x square such that the point ordered pair x square lies on the parabola. For example, when x equal to 0.5, y equal to 0.25 and the corresponding point is ordered pair 0.5, 0.25 which lies on the graph of the parabola y equal to x square. Tracing of graph of y equal to x square is not so easy as we done above, because we have considered only plotted 7 points to trace the curve. As in figure 27 and figure 28, there are infinitely many ways to join the plotted points. How can we say that figure 27 and figure 28 are not graphs of f of x equal to x square? One method is this. Take the point x equal to 0.5. Its corresponding point on the graph of parabola y equal to x square must be ordered pair 0.5 or 0.25. Obviously, by looking at figure 29, it can be seen that the given curve does not pass through ordered pair 0.5, 0.25 and hence the curve in figure 27 is not the graph of the function f of x equal to x square. Similarly, by looking at the curve in figure 30, curve in figure 28 is not graph of f of x equal to x square. In figures 31 and 32, you can see the comparison of graph of f of x equal to x square, which is indicated by red color with two curves in figure 27 and figure 28. A curve need not be graph of a function. Let us take note that not every curve we draw is the graph of a function. That is, graph of an equation need not always be graph of a function. A function f can have exactly one value f of x for each x in its domain. So, for any a in the domain, the vertical line x equal to a intersects the graph exactly at one point ordered pair a f of a. This method called vertical line test is used to identify whether a given curve is the graph of a function or not. For instance, for the circle in figure 33, we can see that the vertical line x equal to 2 intersect the circle twice. Hence, a circle cannot be a graph of a function. But if we consider a semicircle as in figure 34, it is a graph of a function from the set D equal to closed interval negative 3, 3, because for any a such that negative 3 less than or equal to a less than or equal to 3, the vertical line x equal to a intersect the graph of f exactly at one point ordered pair a f of a. Actually, figure 34 represent the graph of a function y equal to square root of 9 minus x square. But the same curve is not a function from r into r, because the vertical line x equal to 4 does not intersect with the graph. One-to-one, onto and bijective functions. A function f from a set A into set B is said to be one-to-one or injective if different elements in the domain set A have distinct images. That is, if A not equal to B implies f of A not equal to f of B. That is, if f of A equal to f of B implies A equal to B. The function is onto or surjective if every element of set B is the image of some element in set A. That is, if the image of f is the entire target set B. If f is a function from set A into set B is both one-to-one and onto, then f is called a one-to-one correspondence or bijective map between set A and set B. Let f is a function from R into R be defined by f of x equal to 2x minus 3. Then f is one-to-one, since f of A equal to f of B implies 2a minus 3 equal to 2b minus 3 implies 2a equal to 2b implies a equal to b. To show that f is onto, let y be a real number. If it is the image of an element x, then f of x equal to 2x minus 3 equal to y, which implies 2x equal to y plus 3 implies x equal to y plus 3 upon 2. Hence, every real number y is the image of the element y plus 3 upon 2. Hence, f is onto. Being one-to-one and onto, f is a bijection. Geometrical characterization of one-to-one and onto functions. Consider a real valued function f from R into R. Since f may be identified with its graph and the graph may be plotted in the Cartesian plane R2, we might wonder whether the concept of being one-to-one and onto have some geometrical meaning. The answer is yes. Specifically, the function f from R to R is one-to-one means that there are no two distinct pairs, ordered pair a1b and ordered pair a2b in the graph of f. Hence, each horizontal line in R2 can intersect the graph of a one-to-one function f in at most one point. The function f from R to R is onto means that for every b belongs to R, there is at least one point a belongs to R such that ordered pair AB belongs to the graph of f. Hence, each horizontal line in R2 must intersect the graph of a onto function f at least once. Accordingly, the function f from R to R is one-to-one and onto, that is f is bijective if and only if each horizontal line in R2 will intersect the graph of f in exactly one point. We now display the graph of several functions frequently encountered in differential calculus. It is a good idea to learn the shapes of these graphs so that you can recognize them or sketch them when the need arises. Shifting of graphs. Now, we discuss how to change an equation to shift its graph up or down or to the left or right. The main advantages are we can spot familiar graphs in new location and graph unfamiliar equations more quickly. Shifting straight up or down. To shift the graph of a function y equal to f of x straight up, we add a positive constant to the right hand side of the formula y equal to f of x. To shift the graph of a function y equal to f of x straight down, we add a negative constant to the right hand side of the formula y equal to f of x. As an example, adding 3 to the right hand side of the formula y equal to x square to get y equal to x square plus 3, shift the graph of the parabola y equal to x square up 3 unit. Adding negative 5 to the right hand side of the formula y equal to x square to get y equal to x square minus 5, shift the graph down 5 units. Shifting to left or right. To shift the graph of y equal to f of x to the left, we add a positive constant to x. To shift the graph of y equal to f of x to the right, we add a negative constant to x. As an example, Adding 4 to x in y equal to x square to get y equal to x plus 4 whole square, shift the graph 4 units to the left. Adding negative 2 to x in y equal to x square to get y equal to x minus 2 whole square, shift the graph 2 units to the right. Let us summarize the session. In this session, we describe the notion of functions from a set to another. The idea of graph of a function, plotting graph of a function of real variable in a plane, vertical line test to identify whether a given curve is the graph of a function or not, horizontal line test to examine whether a function is one-to-one and onto are also described. We concluded the session by displaying graph of some important functions, and we observed that the method of shifting graphs that is very useful to obtain graph of a function from the graph of a well known function. Hope the session was beneficial to you. See you next time. Until then, bye.